What up, you weirdos? Dave here, and I like knives. Here to talk to you today about the SOG Flash 2. This has an AU. I just use this to make my lunch, so I apologize for the smudges. This has a blade of AUS 8. Yeah. This has a blade of AUS 8 and handles of glass reinforced nylon. A blade length. Is that better? Better. A blade length of 3.5 inches. Another signal mirror. Blade length of 3.5 inches. Handle length of 4.5. Width of 1.5. And a depth of a little bit over 1/2 inch. And this weighs in because most of the handle is just nylon. It's plastic. Weighs in at 3 ounces. For the size of this thing, this is light. And this is, it's assisted. It's a great assisted blade. This thing flies out. It is a lot of fun to play with. Because the spring is so strong, though, it can be difficult to close again. That's how I lost a quarter of my thumb. That's not my thumb. Quarter of my finger. Because I was closing it. I don't exactly remember. And you don't care. Doesn't matter. My point is, great opening. And a decent lock. This is what SOG refers to as their Piston Lock. I believe it is, not actually sure how the internals of this work, but you pull down on this. If you're familiar with Benchmade's Arc Lock, it's a similar deal. Pull down on the lock, it disengages, and then you just close it, overcoming the spring. So that's a decent way to do it. I'm not entirely sure what's going on in the internals of this. So I would like it to be higher. I would like the lock to be up here so that my fingers can be closer together as they're working. Because as far down as it is, you have to stretch with your finger to get up there. But it's not a big deal. It's just something that I would prefer. Full flat grind, mirror shine, satin. Is that what that means? I think that's what that means. Makes this great for food preparation. Like I said, this is what I use to make my lunch. Couple of apples, couple pieces of bread. This is what I did it with. So it's not a very thick blade. Makes it a great slicer. And very, very sharp as well. Safety switch. Down here, we can, if you see red, you're good. Toggle that. It ain't going anywhere. I love it when assisted blades have a safety switch. When bigger assisted blades have a safety switch. It's not something that I will ever use. I don't care about it being locked or unlocked. That's not an issue for me. But I love that it's there. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I like that it's there. Notice how everything I've said has been very positive thus far, because I legitimately like this knife. Then we get to this end. If you want to hear me yell for 30 minutes about morons screwing up simple things, go watch my pocket clips video, because about half of that was devoted to tearing down this, so I'll try to keep it brief since I've already done it. This is disgusting. That's my headphone microphone wire. I'm the most professional. As you can see here, this is absolutely disgusting. As you can see here, there is so much space right up in here for your pocket to get caught on. The lips of my pocket get on top of the handle of the knife and prevent me from pulling it out. Luckily, because it is just a plastic handle, I was able to take a Dremel, unscrew it from the back here. These aren't Torx bits, these are hex bits, which I appreciate. I prefer that. I hate it when Torx bits are on knives because I've torn all of mine. Thank you, Kershaw Weston. But just unscrew that. The screw comes just a little bit past the pocket clip, so you've got a lot of space to work with. I was able to help the problem, grind it out a little bit to keep the pocket from getting over on top. I have a little bit more work to do. I want to grind out this whole corner. I'm not exactly sure how deep the plastic is until you hit metal, but I want to be able to use this thing, and I cannot use it as it comes factory, because this pocket clip was produced by an overpaid drunken intern, and I wish nothing but terrible things on them. Seriously though, fire that intern. Wonderfully light, but feels cheap. That's where the plastic, it comes into a give and take. Because these handles are straight nylon, it keeps it at 3 ounces. But because these handles are straight nylon, it feels rather cheap. Especially when you've got a piece of crap pocket clip that is not attached nearly as well as it should be. It doesn't do it as much now. I think unscrewing it and screwing it back in helped. But if you go back and watch that pocket clip video, I'm just twisting this thing this way and that because the pocket clip was so pathetically loose. SOG tries to sell this for $73. Only a moron would pay that much for this blade, for something with so clear and horrifying and revolting a design flaw. Only a moron would pay that, but SOG thinks you will. Amazon charges a very reasonable $36, Walmart for $38. If you can find this for, well, it is Oz 8, so it's a little bit of an upgraded steel over 8CR13. So that feels reasonable. 35. If you can find it under 40, and you've got a Dremel and practice in modifying knives, then yeah, this thing could absolutely make you happy. If you are looking for full flat grind assisted blade with a sizable blade, yeah, I can absolutely see you going for this. I had $100 in gift cards from Target that I've saved up all my life, and I used those to buy this for $73. Because, like I said, only an idiot would pay that. So yeah, technically it wasn't my money, so I'm fine with that. But please don't pay $70 for this. Pay $35. So unfortunately, that's something that will always be attached to this for me. If I had bought it for $35, my review would be much more positive, I feel. But I did pay $70 of other people's money. So I guess it's half of one, half dozen another. 6 of one, half dozen another. A number of one and equal number of another. So out of 10 stars, I give this a... I don't know what that means, but everything in the previous 9 minutes has given you clues as to how I feel about this. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, or suggestions, please list them below. Other than that, have a great day.